Yes, people, welcome back. Or if you're new, then welcome to Never a Foul. First things first, back in order. Anyone that is watching this back is please smash the like button. And if you're new, do subscribe if you like the content. But I'm not the only one that you could subscribe to. There's 4 people here, or 3 others, shall I say, that have a channel. You got Kunle and One Touch TV, Big Six Bands with Mons, and in the bottom right, Ches, who has just made a new channel talking everything Chelsea. So make sure you check Ches out as well. Ches is a blue or something like that. I can't remember the name. Where is it? You're on mute.
It's just Ches, isn't it? Easy.
Ches Real Blue. There you go. Ches Real Blue. Yeah, all in the description below. But yeah, man, we're going to be talking about Chelsea and Benzema, which is a bit of a talking point and what it might mean to the team. Came out yesterday. Looks like it's heating up a little bit more today. And also, I've seen some off links with that Duran guy. I think from Aston Villa, which is kind of weird, in my eyes, anyways. And then also Jose Mourinho getting sacked. Is he going to return to the Premier League? There's a lot of talk around Newcastle. Obviously, there's been shouts for him for quite a lot. And obviously, if Pochettino things don't go right, imagine Jose Mourinho in a team where he can spend as much money as he wants. Crazy times. And then Man United targeting centre backs. There's been quite a few names. The one recently on Pletigol is the Ligt. Yeah, don't get me started. I might have to get absolutely crazy and mad about that. Because that is just not the one. And then JOELINTON being out for the rest of the season, potentially. Which is, if you're a Newcastle fan, right off the whole season, why not? It's a bit mad. Not much other news other than that. No Arsenal stuff, no Liverpool stuff really worth even mentioning. But couldn't they?
Mbappe.
No, don't do that.
Oh yeah, now my people, it's your dark skinned man from the motherland. If you didn't know before, today you go understand. And yes, my voice is low because my country is embarrassing me and but we move. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing all right. You saying,
Ches? I'm good. I'm great. Can't complain.
Yeah, Ches, what are you saying other than the glaring light in the background?
Yeah, we saw that out in a minute. No, I'm good. I'm good. Working. There's nothing much going on in my club, which is good. Usually it's all negative, but it's just chill right now.
I mean, it's not all.
Right, the tone of your voice is mad, bro. Your tone is mad right now, Ches, bro. What's going on, bro? Cheer up, bro. It looks sunny where you are as well. Chin up, son. Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's early morning, isn't it?
No, that's cold air. Wait, Ches will say that's cold air. Because I know you're in the motherland, innit? So I understand. I understand one time, bro. That's cold air. You can't.
Why is it so bright? It's so bright though.
Because it's cold, bright air. It's cold. See the crack of dawn. You know what I'm saying? It's cold.
Deceiving. Okay.
Yo.
Is it one of them ones where you're talking and there's smoke coming out? Is it at that stage? Yeah. Standard. That's standard.
Okay. But yeah, man. And then Jay's going to be joining us when he can as well. He's also working. You know what Jay's like. Mr. Lawyer, Mr. Football Presenter, whatever you want to call him. Mr. Tottenham supporter, Mr. Positive. But yeah, man, it's we might as well start with the main thing. It is kind of surrounding the whole Chelsea part of the world, West London. Benzema and Firmino have both been linked. Don't get me wrong. I've seen links of even Firmino potentially returning to the Prem anyway, so I wouldn't rule it out. But it's not like he's going back to you, innit? You could probably do something like that, to be fair.
But I'm just not allowed to play for anyone else.
Who said come on a leash?
I said it.
You said it.
Cool.
Little Brighton or something? No, little Brighton.
No. Listen, I'm the toxic
Newcastle will be a shout though.
I'm the toxic ex. I'm the toxic ex. Never will. You get it? I'll always remind him that man's there, innit? You get it? Man, Liverpool's there. Let's not do any of that. If you're coming back to England, there's only one place for you, Bobby. You know what I'm saying? We miss you.
Right. You're that guy that drops the hey big head after 6 months. You're that guy.
After a year.
Hey stranger.
Yeah, hey stranger, how about this? They'll post a little picture at the dinner with the little watch. You see the watch there, hey stranger. You know, come on, man. None of the game.
But I'm gonna come to Conte first, anyways. Yeah. Actually, no, Bunny, you're not even a Chelsea fan. Ches, how do you feel about Benzema being linked to your club? Honestly, this is a guy that can do everything. This is a guy where we've been cutting you all season for not having that experience in your team. Is it not like when you think about what's on the market right now, what's available? Yeah. Would you not call this a Tottenham masterclass? No?
You better do a backflip on the screen right now, Ches. What do you mean?
Isn't it?
Nah, it'd be cold. Can't lie. Like it'd be good, but
you're Mr. Positive. You're Mr. Chelsea, Mr. Positive.
Yeah,
you know,
I have to the positive side. You get me? But
that means Don's in the mud.
No, he's very
right. Is it that cold, Ches? Flip him, eh?
Yeah,
Monster's words got to him, boy.
Monster's made me deep it more. It's peak. But Benzema, you know what? If we grab him, it'll be cold. Like obviously, we do create chances. Not a lot. We create chances, and in tight games against a lower position and stuff, we struggle. That's why they sucker punch us, score one goal, and they win the game. We can't come back. So getting Benzema would help that issue. He would be more clinical than our strikers we have now, and he would teach our strikers a lot of football, how to run into the box properly, like Jackson, them man, and Boja. But obviously, if Potts persists with this, like playing people in different positions, like not wayward tactics, etc., then obviously Benzema only do so much. Whereas I think if the Potts can fix the team up and then you get Benzema in, I'll be more confident that we can win the Carabao Cup, for example, or push on to get top 6 in the league, etc. But it all depends what Potts is going to do. Because even if he brings Benzema in and he plays the same system, then Benzema might score a few goals, but it's not, in my opinion, going to be enough. So he's got to like change it up and trust his like formation. He's not doing that right now, so it's hard to be like too optimistic about it. You know what I mean?
Imagine this, Ches. Yeah, you got Benzema in your team. You need a goal, yeah, and you need some service. And the first person you bring on is Chilwell at left wing.
Chilwell, that's what I'm saying. He might actually do that. And like, that's the thing. He actually might do that, and like, I wouldn't be surprised. That's so funny, right? Like, I actually wouldn't be surprised. And that's the thing that people having a debate with a guy on my channel. Check out our video yesterday, and he was like, "Oh yeah, the directors have like bad structure, and like the plays you man brought in is terrible." But I'm like,
who said that?
The guy. He was saying obviously like the board is basically the main issue. But I was like, not really, because Potts obviously. If your boss tells you at work, go on your phone, you could chill, come in late. You can either listen to him and like continue that trend, or you can do your own thing and do the right thing regardless. Because that's on you, innit, as an individual, as a man or woman. But so Poch, even if the board's giving him some next young players,
or a non-binary, you know,
or everyone out there, innit, QX, all that good stuff. But but obviously,
wow. Wow. Ches.
Yo,
what's going on, bro?
Like, you know,
but real talk. This is me talking to you, boy to boy, right now. Like, you know, the ones where you can tell someone is really, really clocked out when they just stay the same tone for the whole conversation. Like, have Chelsea beaten you up this badly, Ches, bro? You have so much chess when we're talking about rival clubs, but you're just like, yo, I don't know, and this is gonna brother, you are lost, bro. This ain't the Ches I know. What's going on here, bro? You're defeated.
It's not even that. It's just like
it's that, bro. Like it's clear to see for the masses, bro. Like
your team's obviously.
I should be, but I'm not. That's why I'm shocked. I shouldn't be like that. I'm above you. I'm in the title race.
Exactly, different levels. But
yeah,
man. I
think he just backed away from that one.
To answer your question, I'll take Benzema. People saying he's 36. Come on, man. Like quality is quality, innit? Like obviously he's get to match fitness, but I'll definitely take him if he's gonna start up front. Just Potts, don't be a bozo. If you come to the club, don't be playing in Cuckoo at centre mid and then play Chilwell left wing and go, yeah, you know what? We got Benzema now. No, play everyone in the right position. Get Benzema in, then I'll be way more confident. Because then we have
something that you can't, you know, teach is obviously experience. And the last thing you need, and one thing you need is Jackson to take every bit of knowledge he can from this guy because he's washed. But
he's not washed.
He's washed. He's washed.
He's not washed.
Let's
stop. £30 million signing come from Valencia.
Ches. Chez, I'm not trying to get onto your club like that or anything like that, but let's be in 2024. Let's stop hyping up mediocre players. Yeah? No, so Chez, I'm tired. I have grown up on creme de la creme, yeah? I have grown up watching the Thierry Henrys of the world, the bad boy nines, not even the so more bad, Giuseppe Rossi and people like that. Like, bro, we can name names, yeah? Good strikers, yeah? People that can play off, Totti, da-da-da-da-da. People that have reached heights, Luca Toni's. I'm not about to go and gas up a guy.
Yeah, but I'm not gassing him up. I'm just saying.
Stop it.
You say he's washed, yeah?
He's washed.
No,
Come on, man. He's meaty, bro. He's hella meaty.
What he is, I'll tell you what he is. He's just an inexperienced striker in the Premier League. He's a young player. That's what he is. He's not 23. Washed, he's not goated. He's not sick, not world class. He's not like good. He's just a young guy in the Premier League in his first season.
That's cute.
Typically,
how much did he cost us?
Typically, when you're always Chez, when you're always having to explain yourself about a player, typically they're not that good, bro. Their performances should speak for themselves, bro.
Come on, man. It's not about what he costs you. It's about his ability.
It's opportunity cost.
Oh my word!
No, we're talking about whether he's washed or not whether he costs money.
My point
That's
is,
the question.
if you pay 30 million for a guy who has
it doesn't matter that you paid 30 million for a washed player. Okay, no problem.
Let's look at it like this. You wouldn't be looking at another striker if he was decent.
No, Jackson's not a striker for me. That's the problem. He's not a 9.
Yeah, I think that is the problem.
If
Chelsea bought him as well.
If Nkunku was fit, I wouldn't be playing Jackson as a 9. I'll play Nkunku up front. Jackson will be on the bench, or at best left wing. So my thing isn't he's good enough to start for my club.
But Nkunku's not a 9, is he?
Yeah, but he's a better 9 than Jackson is.
In the front too.
Yeah.
But you lot signed Jackson as a striker, no?
No, we signed him as a backup, like forward player, and he's having to play striker because we have no strikers. That's the problem.
So why would you sign a backup if you didn't have a starting one in the first place? How does that make any sense?
We did have a starting one in Nkunku, but he's injured.
He didn't
come to
play.
You signed Nkunku as a striker. Is that what you're saying?
Nkunku was going to be used like he did in pre-season.
Who said that? Who said?
Nah, he's in touch with Don and the coaching staff, bro.
No, bro. We all knew that.
Just look at the comment. They know what I'm talking about, bro. Jackson's better left wing or inside forward than he's striker.
Nkunku's not a 9. Yeah, and Jackson did play left wing. I do know that. He looks better when he's on the left. He doesn't suit the striker, bro. But anyways, look, the whole point is with the Benzema thing, I was going to switch it to you now, Kunde. Someone that does need a striker potentially at your club. Someone that can fill a gap. Potentially even win you a league that has won leagues and multiple titles. Why isn't your club looking at someone like Benzema considering what's on the market? Because you might as well kiss Ivan Toney goodbye. He's staying at Brentford, right? So he's been priced out maybe in the summer. And if you look towards Osimhen, no one's getting him this month, I don't think. Even though Napoli are doing terrible.
Nah, you're right. You're right. To be honest, we are actually linked with him. We were linked with him a couple of days ago, actually, Benzema as well. And I remember someone asked me, would I take him? At the time, I don't know. I was saying, nah, he's retired. Mentally, he retired after last season. But if Arteta can find out to get a tune out of him, get him motivated for 6 months, I'd definitely take him because he's definitely no worse than Eddie Nketiah. Even half good Benzema would put those chances away. So the question is, does he still have that 6 months of motivation left in him? Because I thought he retired after he won that last Champions League, personally, mentally, and he's gone to collect the money in Saudi. So I don't know. I'd take him if we can definitely get that motivated 6 months. But other than that, I don't know. It's a bit of a mad signing, to be fair. We're not really looking to the future with this one, but short term, win the league title. I don't know. I don't know if Arteta's the guy.
Benzema won't come into Man United, Chelsea, or Arsenal for more than just half the season. It would just be literally to help you, man, meet your objectives, which for Arsenal would actually help quite a lot, to be real.
Yeah, but the question is, Ches, do you reckon he can be motivated for that 6 months after kind of having semi-retired in his head?
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Do you reckon he's anything remotely? Like I don't think he's enjoying Saudi. I'll be honest. I don't think he's out there enjoying it too much.
You don't give everyone knows you don't give a dash. You don't give a fuck. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's the way I'm.
Some of the games you don't even play.
This is what I'm saying. Maybe he needs to come back to competitive sport.
Peas, bro. Literally.
Does he though? Or is he just retired mentally? Like, you know what? Let me just collect my money and just be playing from time to time.
That's why for him, yeah, Kaz, him coming for 6 months might motivate him to be.
There's nothing to prove, bro. There's zero to prove for him. That's why I don't know.
The thing is, with a Benzema, you've got a situation where it's like it's easy to now be like all the stuff that everyone told me about before, like you put it to one side for the money. Like you wanted the money. All these players now having buyer's remorse because maybe their missuses can't go out in public how they want to go out. Maybe their families can't do what they want.
Yeah,
to
no
do.
sympathy for me. You chased the vibe, man.
Exactly. You're starting to understand. Actually, there's more to it. You know, there's no such thing as a free lunch. Do you know what I mean? And I think some of these Saudi players are starting to truly understand that there is no such thing as a free lunch, and you got to pay the piper. And from a Saudi point of view, you can't let these players go because you'll ruin your league, because you'll basically be letting the big names go. You need to keep them. And then you've got the salaries and the transfer fees.
Yeah, but now the Saudi league stopping at some point. Does it not like it's like the MLS or something? Does it not stop like at a certain point? And that's why they're allowing like 6 months.
They'll have the time period.
Isn't it stopped now though? Isn't it stopped like pre-season?
Yeah, but if you're Saudi now and somebody wants Benzema, why would you loan him out? Why wouldn't you ask for a transfer fee?
No, because I look at it like this: it's because he's still contracted there. He's going to play there next season, right? So the way I'm personally looking at it is that if he goes out on a 6-month loan, he's going to be fit for when he gets back anyway.
I've seen you guys do this with Henrik Larsson and then try and keep the player afterwards. And I know your game. Like you're like, oh, just come on loan.
Yeah, well, obviously the club might want him to stay longer, but as in his parent club would be like, do you know what? We don't lose out. He's still promoting our league somehow, some way. He's coming back next season. So.
It's never. And
at least we're keeping the player happy.
It never ends well. Do you not remember Beckham?
I hear it. I hear it.
When he went on loan from the MLS, and he's like, I don't want to come back, and they're like, you're coming back.
We might be totally wrong on this. I think the Saudi league still finishes when we finish. I think it's the same period.
Yeah, and someone just made a MCF Daps makes a great point. All the tax breaks that you get by joining the Saudi league, if you leave in the first 2 years, you do not get those tax breaks.
Man said MCFC Daps like he doesn't know who he is.
Apparently, my man.
I was trying to make it seem more broader, like more worldly.
Apparently, he's on 4 million. 4 mil per week. Is that what he's on? 4 mil per week.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That is crazy, bro. Where am I going to? I beg, please. All you Premier League clubs, leave me alone. I beg, leave me alone. I don't want.
In 1 hour.
In like one Ballon d'Or. Why are you even thinking?
My people, this is a joke. There's no motivation again. Hey, they're lucky to get me to games, bro. I'll be foiling injury.
You're paid 4 million a week, and you're playing in front of like 1,000 people. Do you know what I mean? There's no motivation to do anything. You just
go through the motions. I reckon I'll put on a beer belly just for the sake of it.
Oh my god, bro! That's so insane.
I'll try some random sex positions so I can pull a hamstring.
Now it makes sense why Neymar got injured. Now it makes sense.
Man, I'm taking.
Yeah.
You won a Ballon d'Or. You are the Ballon d'Or. You won a Ballon d'Or. Yeah. I'm gonna say, come to the Prem at 36
to help me out. Hey, drop me out of that, blood.
It's Saudi. We're some of the finest women known to man. The best
yeah, but you can get a Prem on your CV, brother. Man's got CV, brother. I don't need no new CVs here.
Bro, they have like 3 summers over there. They got fine females, no taxes, 4 mil a week. You won a Ballon d'Or, and you want to go help Arsenal. And you want to help a ninth place Chelsea?
Come on now. Come on now. You want to go and babysit Rasmus at United? Nah, none of these teams are doing that.
But then again, but you say that, but sometimes, you know, like, it might be the case that he might want to fancy himself. He might fancy himself in the Prem, the so-called best league in the world. So you might not need to put it past him. He's probably earned so much by now that he doesn't care about money.
No, but it's just like Messi when we thought he'd come to the Prem. He's got nothing to prove, brother.
You know what?
Nothing to prove, brother.
To finalize this part, yeah. Are we just rubbishing it off? Should we just rubbish this off? Benzema ain't going nowhere. He's just staying put.
Basically. Yeah. Basically.
He's in Anthony Marcel, man. He's just collecting his P's and that's it.
Rags. Like there's no scenario where it makes sense for me to go. So okay, let's say I do go. I go to Chelsea. What do? I get them from 9th to 6th to 7th. Ooh, that's gonna look mad on my CV.
Yeah, you know,
what's the point?
Let me answer this. You see Zlatan and Ronaldo and that, yeah. You see Ronaldo.
Different.
You see these men are a bit different. Like Benzema, I'm not even talking talent-wise. See mentality-wise, yeah. You see Zlatan and Ronaldo. Them man, if they could, they'd actually play ball till they're 50, 60. That's what them men are. They're robots in it. They're on that. Benzema is not on that. He's never been on that. Yeah, cool. He got better with age, but that don't mean he's trying to play longer with age. Hence the move. If he was trying to,
he's not trying to break any records, anything like that. He don't care about all of that. But I won my titles, my trophies. You lot think I'm heavy because I won the Ballon d'Or. So that's what we doing.
He's like, man, them doubted me. Man, them thought I was shit. My own fans thought I weren't that good. Ronaldo left, and we went on to do the mad thing even when he left. So now I proved myself that without Bale and Ronaldo, man can still hold up from Real Madrid. I have nothing else to prove. It's mine on.
Yeah, it's true. No, it's true. But guys, go on.
No, I was going to say, France won the World Cup. France won the World Cup without him, and you don't even care about that. You don't even care about that. He's not even trying to go to let me try to do it with France. You don't even care. You don't give a damn.
But yeah, guys, make sure you're smashing the like button. 230 of you in here as well, and check out Chez's new channel. He's trying to run it up, so make sure you get some subs on that as well, if you like Chelsea, that is. But yeah, look, likes are important. Not even on 100 yet. That's a bit washed at this moment of time. But yeah, you know what? Talking of dinosaurs, other than the one that's that's just been sacked from Roma, what's the likelihood that he returns to the Prem? I mean, it's a bit of a common thing right now on this stream. Someone is wearing a certain barcode of certain colors, to keep themselves warm. I wouldn't be surprised keeping yourself warm from the northeast of England. There's obviously a lot of talk around Jose Mourinho and Newcastle. Like I think you said yourself about Bobby Robson. There's a link there as well, man. I suppose he has admiration for them. I think Newcastle's just set in stone. I still believe in Eddie Howe personally. I think he's had a bad run of injuries. He's had a bad run, for himself, you could say as well. I don't think you can blame much about him. But if you want to make a level up, is Mourinho really that guy? Because when I think of Newcastle and the way they run, the way they work hard for another, that reminds me of Jose Mourinho, does it not? JOELINTON's out for a whole month now as well, by the way, so we can add that part in. But do you reckon he's going to return to the Prem? It might even be Chelsea, since they love a return. I wouldn't put it past him. If Pochettino gets sacked, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I guarantee Tottenham's holiday. Is what?
Huh?
Mourinho with money must be quite scary.
No anymore,
if he gets
bro.
the players that he wants.
No anymore.
So
why not?
The reason why I don't think anymore is because what's it called? I don't know if you watched the Mikel Obi podcast with Jose. I don't know if you saw any clips of that. Jose was talking about how at halftime, if Chelsea weren't winning by 2 goals, he'd go crazy, like absolutely nuts, ballistic, like absolutely crazy. Like, how dare you come into my halftime without being up 2-0? Like, it doesn't matter how good they were playing, he went nuts. And that style, I don't think he's learned the new style well enough to be able to gel with this Newcastle project. So I think Jose, all his successes behind him now. He's done. I think the next step for him is international management. Personally, I think he's done great things for the game, and he changed the game in terms of management. But I just don't think he could go to a big club and do bits anymore. His coaching style hasn't meshed well enough, and his team is not, I guess, modern enough for him to move with the times. Something that Ferguson did really well in the last 10 years of his career. Jose's not evolved like that. That's what I think.
What are you saying, once since you got the barcode on of colours? But I'm just thinking like Mourinho back to the Prem. It just sounds too good to be true, innit? He might even hit up the Saudi League. Maybe he doesn't have the juice that he once had. This is, you could say this is quite major in a way. And you say what managers are even available right now. If let's say Eddie Howe was to get sacked, who's the first name that's going to be on their agenda? It must be Mourinho, no?
I mean,
is it a step back?
Maybe a Newcastle, because Mourinho doesn't manage top teams anymore. Is that fair to say?
I beg your
Is that
pardon?
Ever since Spurs, yeah, you're right.
Ever since
No, no,
Spurs, yeah?
no.
Since Spurs.
So it started at Spurs and then continued. That's what I meant.
Since Manchester United.
Well,
Since Manchester
he
United.
won us a couple titles, to be fair.
Since
Come
Manchester
on,
United.
come on, don't do that. Since Spurs,
Bro, cool. No. Look, I'm gonna read the list. So obviously, let's just go from Chelsea onwards. We don't do the you can say Porto, but let's go from Chelsea onwards. Chelsea, an elite Inter Milan. You say he made them extra elite, but fair enough. Real Madrid, Chelsea Football Club, Manchester United Football Club, Tottenham Hotspur, then Roma.
Champions League
Yeah,
finalists,
see how
Tottenham
you
Hotspur.
change your tone for
No,
Tottenham
hold on.
Hotspur.
Anyway,
That's why.
Just
That's where it
Champions League finalists, Tottenham Hotspur, when he took over.
Did he get them to the Champions League or something?
He didn't, but he took over the team that made the Champions League final.
Okay, so he claimed that next summer.
Let's
next
not
summer.
take the piss, Roy Hodgson voice. You know, carry on.
We're not
Sorry.
gonna do that. Yeah.
Jay, stop this one.
So with
that your
the
accolade?
Mourinho thing, clearly, I'm one of those people that.
Where's
thinks
your
football
Champions League final?
in 2000?
Final, we have that, bro. You should have said trophy, but you can't say that either. So
I know, that's what I'm saying. You know, obviously, like two bums fighting in the street. You know?
Yeah, I know. At certain clubs, you don't make DVDs about Europa League finals and stuff like that. But go on.
By the way, big up Michael Ramsey for the super chat. He goes, Wasteman wants Nunes has more footballing IQ than you and all your English players. Hold on a minute. Fair enough.
Hey, Mons, this is a thanks for the super chat comment. That's the only response here.
Yeah, thank you for the super chat, Michael. I think he just wanted to call me a Wasteman, to be honest.
Can I just say one thing on Mourinho though? Like I hear the logic that he is washed, but I also think it's a bit like a toxic employee. Yeah. So it's like sometimes with a toxic employee, what he's saying is true. Yeah. But because the employee is toxic, it's difficult to really separate where the negativity is and where the truth is. Roma, when they leave this, they're going to need X number of new players because the players there aren't good enough. That does not mean that Mourinho is good enough to get them to where they want to be. But
I disagree, you know. Roma got some good players, you know, that they can play ball, you know.
They do, but every time
they should be doing better than they are. Okay, don't do that, bro. You know this Roma squad should be doing better than they're doing.
No. I mean, like, if you look
you can actually name the squad. You can actually name the team, though. That's what I'm saying. I'm not joking. Yeah. They just got Ndika on a free, yeah. That was your club wanted him. My club were interested in him. This is like a lot of clubs wanted him. He went to Roma. Yeah, they got a lot of players. The Bala tab.
So they got Wijnaldum as well. They got Genie. They got
Hold on, but listen. I'm looking at the Italian league right now. So the only team that I could make an argument for that Roma are actually better than, realistically, and who are above them is probably Bologna. Yeah,
Juventus squad is stinking. Don't ever do that.
Juventus have a lot.
Juventus squad stinks, bro.
Now Juventus squad is much better than Roma's, bro.
Brother, it's not much better. It might just be better, but it's not much better, bro. I support Juventus as well, so don't do that.
Anyways, allow it.
Okay, well, all I'm going to say is that, like, obviously, looking at it from the point of view of Mourinho, when he leaves these clubs do need overhauls. Spurs had a big overhaul when he left. United had a big overhaul. Roma will have a big overhaul. It doesn't stop the fact that maybe he is past it and he's not able to operate at that level, but the squads have limitations. The answer is not necessarily just spending, but those squads do require reinforcements and improvements regardless of Mourinho. Do you know what I mean? They're not great squads.
Wait, what are we doing here, bro? Wait, Jay. I see what you're trying to do here, but we can go all the way back to Manchester United. Did he have a bad squad there?
I think you saw afterwards the players United brought in under Solskjaer and the players that United bought, that the squad was very limited, and some of the stuff he said was true, and they needed improvement. They bought Maguire after Mourinho left, stuff like that.
As well.
I swear Mourinho finished second at United.
No, but you know what Mourinho's issue was at Man United is the fact that they said he got what he needed in terms of in the first season of what he wanted. But in the second season, when he wanted defensive reinforcements and stuff like that, they said no.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And
this is-
then
I
it was
think we just
wasn't
need to-
that when
I
you
think we
was that when
need
you
to call
bought
a
Fred?
spade.
Was it you bought Fred and stuff like that? That was
Man,
that
let's
season, wasn't it?
call a spade a spade. Yeah, at the end of the day, football is changing and it's moved past someone like Jose
And he's-
Mourinho. The only reason we want Jose Mourinho
Yeah.
to
That's
come
the
in
reality.
because you man,
You see-
all you man want to hear is all you
I'd
man
say
want
no,
to
no. I'm sorry, Mons. I've got to
Let
push
me,
back
let me,
because
let me,
go-
no, but
go
let me land though. Let me land,
Now let him land first, man.
I know, but it's just that I remember hearing the same about Ancelotti a few years ago, and sometimes it's the
When we say
environment.
let him land, he has to actually land, Jay.
I hear what
Sorry, Mons, continue.
You say it's moved past him, but I
No, go
thought
on,
football
Jack.
had moved
Go
past
on.
Ancelotti.
Say that again. Say that last bit again.
I thought football a few years ago had moved past Ancelotti. I thought his
No.
laissez-faire, just let the players do what they want approach. I thought football
Nah.
needed a more.
What are you
structured
saying this because of
approach.
his time at Everton? Is that why you're saying that?
That's
No,
Everton.
I was just saying that when Ancelotti went to Bayern Munich, yeah, a lot of the Bayern team kind of revolted around him because he came after Pep, and they were like, the training's not intense enough, the positioning's not good enough, we don't know what we're doing properly, and I was like, oh, maybe Ancelotti is past it because these new modern approaches that these managers are doing.
Nah,
are
but you
exposing him.
see, Jade, you see the difference between Jose and Ancelotti is because Ancelotti he doesn't necessarily need to change a style of a team to improve a team. He's so good at the man management stuff and working with the older players that the way he is with players one-on-one, if you go and listen to all the squads that he's managed, he's so good at the one-on-one man management stuff,
Yeah,
making players feel good about themselves. And Jose's not. It's not that. It's only a certain caliber of player that he's really good with that situation.
Yeah, but
that's why so many players fall out with it. How many players fall out with Ancelotti, bro?
That's the thing I didn't really factor in is that in modern day football, the players' personalities, Ancelotti is a very, very good manager to be able to manage those kind of the modern footballer. And I think that's what's keeping Ancelotti going at the moment, his ability to
100%.
connect with the younger generation.
100%.
It's not a coincidence that Real Madrid have so many young players who are thriving and developing and doing well. And Ancelotti's the guy who's seen everything, 5 different leagues, 5 different titles, embracing people from different backgrounds, was a top player as well. So I think sometimes you've got to adapt and develop like Fergie, like Ancelotti. But then I don't know. Like, if you give somebody something and you give them everything they need and they fail, that's one kind of failure. I think if you look at Pep and Jose, Pep does get given everything he needs. And one could argue Jose doesn't, but Jose hasn't maybe earned it or.
But the difference is, there's a big difference. Pep is a way better man manager than what's it called in Jose, and his style is more suited to the modern day of systematic play. And also, when you think about it, let's be honest. Once before you cut in, if he goes to Newcastle, let's be honest, they are taking a step backwards. They're young ballers. They have your Harvey Barnes, your Anthony Gordon, Livermento, Lewis Hall. Some of these guys won't get Lewis Miley. They won't get a sniff. They won't get a sniff. That's
he has no time for up and coming, bro. You have to be ready now.
As soon as he hits year 2 or 3, look, Roma, they got Pellegrini, they got Aouar, which he's got, he's had his own. He's got Paredes, he's got Sanchez, he's got Abraham, he's got Amzuni, he's got Lukaku, Dybala, like Diego Llorente for flip's sake. He's got Cristante, Spinazzola. Like, bro, he's got experience and prime players to do much better in this league. And you're telling me that them dusty teams that are above them are better than that squad? I don't remember Atalanta having a better squad. They just got a better system and structure going forward.
Atalanta definitely have a better squad than Roma.
Pep is a dinosaur. He's done, man. Lots of managers. How many managers do you know at the top level once go past a 20-year period, 15-year period, and still remain? Not many.
Bro, the point is, I just think people are there for there's no room for revisionism here, because Jose Mourinho, bro, is one of those guys where he's a character in it, and I think people are falling in love with his character and are forgetting that football's just moved past him. You guys just want to kind of have the what did he say? Where they play, If they play.
If they play.
When
How
they
they
play.
play.
If they play.
Yeah, we need some of that pantomime in the Premier League again. We need that, bro. You want him against these young cats as well. See how they play with him.
Hold on.
That for me is what people miss. People want, because let's be honest, football managers are becoming more and more robotic. Of course, people will laugh at Arteta and Klopp for complaining the way they do, but realistically, the Premier League still needs more characteristic managers, charismatic managers, whether they're shit, whether they're mediocre, or whether they're good. And if we're talking strictly tactics,
give me some Neil Warnocks, mate.
Mourinho has managed Spurs. He's managed Spurs and he's managed Roma. Two teams where, again, I'm not saying Mourinho's a checkbook manager alone, and I still think the fact that the man management thing, trust me, Mourinho can manage, but he needs to have a checkbook.
A certain style of person, though. Certain style.
He needs to have his structure there, so the man management isn't the top. That's not the top of the list. If man management is high up on the list, Mourinho's not succeeding. He's not succeeding.
Yeah, he's not on it.
It's as simple as that.
Football
Football has been modernized and has moved past his style of play. So unless he manages unless he's managed a team, unless Jose Mourinho is managing a top team where he's being backed and he gets everything he needs, he's not going to succeed. And I think Jay, you have because he's your old manager. I think right now. This is what you're doing because he was manager of Tottenham and he wasn't treated fairly towards the end of his career. You then have their sympathies towards him, and that is right. He wasn't treated fairly, and he should have managed that final. At the end of the day, why is Jose going to manage a team? Why would Jose go and manage a team where he's not with a shit board?
Okay, so let me just come back on you, Mont. I feel no affinity to Mourinho. He lost to Dynamo Zagreb when their manager was in jail. If you think from my point of view that I have a sympathy for this manager, you would be wrong. Do I think Jose Mourinho, when lockdown happened, people forget. Do you not remember when Kane got injured? Lockdown happened for 3 months. That guy was getting sacked. Yeah. If it wasn't for Kane lockdown happening and the Premier League going on a break, Jose would have been sacked ages ago. So my logic is more about modern football, FFP. You can't spend whatever you want. If you can't spend whatever you want, does that negate the fact of checkbook managers like Mourinho?
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, so you need a structure around him, and Mourinho's not had a good structure in the last couple of clubs. One where everyone all for one for all. He goes to Roma, first season, they spend over 100 million, they win the Conference League. In the next season, they make the Europa League final, they don't spend much money. FFP is a thing now, so they can't improve the team. They make bad signings, and now they're limited. Do I think Jose's style of play?
Bro, they stunk in the league for how many years, bro?
Yeah,
what's all this cup?
No one wants to see that shit either.
Yeah, listen, but my point is, it's like
stunk up the league terribly, bro.
Okay, but
why are we ignoring that?
I'm not ignoring
Jose Mourinho, but you did. You just talked about him getting to a final, winning a trophy. You never talked about.
So why is it when I'm talking about Roma, it's not just about league placings and stuff. But if I want to talk about league placings with Tottenham, it's about winning trophies. Do you know what I mean? Let's keep the argument consistent.
I don't know. You gotta take out with the people that have those arguments.
That's what
this current situation here.
All I'm
don't
saying
ignore
is
that.
Roma won a trophy. Roma are not better than a number of the teams. In my personal opinion and my interpretation of football, I don't think Roma are better than a number of the teams that are above them. They could be when they had Fonseca, they weren't much better than this. So they weren't better with Fonseca than they are with Mourinho. They're not really better than Mourinho. Maybe this is just Roma's level. This is their current level with these current players. And Mourinho's not.
Jay, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Can you name me 4 starting players for Fiorentina right now?
That's a good question.
No is the answer, bro. Keep it moving. Next question. Next question. No is the answer.
I couldn't, but I could tell you the manager's Italiano. And
no, he just asked you that question. No is the answer. Next.
This isn't me trying to test your knowledge. This is
I couldn't.
You know where I'm going with this. Now, can you name me the same thing for Bologna?
No, probably not. Just Thiago.
Could you name me the same for Atalanta?
5. I could probably Kumina, Edison, Scalvini.
No is the answer, brother.
What do you mean? I was literally just naming it. Bro.
Okay, two more. Sorry, two more.
Two more. Muriel and
Are you trying to name Bologna players?
No, Atalanta.
Atalanta. You're a disgrace. You don't even know you. I was gonna say if you didn't mention him, I would have gone for you, Mr. Man.
Now for Napoli. Now can you do sorry for Lazio? Can you do it for Lazio for me, please?
Okay. So, oh man.
Yeah. So that's a no. So that's a no. Yeah, that's a no.
Okay.
So my point is, now name me 5 starters for Roma.
That doesn't mean anything, bro. That just means that Roma's players are more well known.
No.
It just means Roma's players are more well known. It doesn't mean that they're better players.
No. But this is my point.
They're just more well known. I know who Dybala is. I know who Lukaku is. Just because those names, I know the names.
But let me hear me out though. The reason I said that was because all of these, the Lazios, the Bolognas, the Fiorentinas, these teams who are doing better than what Mourinho has been given, it makes little sense, bro. Like these men are not better. These men are not better than Roma. And you might say, okay,
they are better than Roma. Fiorentina are better than Roma. If I'm looking at Fiorentina's squad now,
none of these men are better, bro. None of
they
these
are
men
better, bro. Fiorentina.
I'm not talking about the Milan. I'm not talking about Milan. I'm not talking about Juventus. I'm not even talking about Napoli, and they're having a shit season. I'm not even talking about Napoli.
Bro, if we're going player for player, Fiorentina is not better than Roma. If we're talking about actual performance, Fiorentina is playing better than Roma. Player for player, they're not though. They're not.
I said a lot of their players, and you know why Bologna's doing so good? It's because of recruitment. They got man like Ndoye, they got Makers.
Bologna's the manager.
People remember. I agree. But they got the thing is, even better. Look, their recruitment, Bologna's recruitment's been very good. Yeah, they got Joshua Zirkzee. You know they got that. Remember Lewis Ferguson? Once upon a time, people. Sula Makers. Some people don't know about Dan and Ndoye, young ballers right there.
None of these men are better than
They're not better. They're not better.
I'm saying I don't watch Serie A in a way whereby I'm going to be able to recite to you starting lineups. But I watch enough to know that Fiorentina are definitely better than Roma. I know enough to.
No. This is what I'm saying. To look, but Jay, that's the point we're trying to make to you. When you're watching a game with Fiorentina playing, you see they look better than Roma, but player for player, Roma have better players than Fiorentina. That's what we're trying to tell you, bro.
I don't think so.
No,
I really don't think so.
You're still doing the thinking thing. I'm telling you.
Based on what though?
Quality.
Based on quality, Lukaku is better than all these players up front, and they have prolific wise. Yes, he is. He was only just doing it at Inter Milan.
I'll bow to people's superior knowledge of it. I'm not going to die on the hill because I don't watch enough of Italian football, but in my interpretation, I don't think.
Well, you said you don't watch Italian football, so you have no leg to stand.
I said
exactly. So this is it. What you're gonna say is crazy.
Hold on. First and foremost, I was being asked questions that none of you would have answered well, right?
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying. I don't watch enough.
None of us are pretending that Fiorentina are better than Roma.
Okay.
An intelligence in there, yeah. So
I'm not attacking intelligence. I'm saying that if you think Roma are better than Fiorentina, I don't know what you're basing that on.
No, they're saying squad wise.
I told you what I'm basing it on. I told you I'm basing it on player for player. I told you specifically.
Yeah, I really don't think Roma have a good squad.
Let me finish my point. So my point was the reason it's not about names being named and names being known. The point is that like what Kunle said, on paper, all these players that Roma have are better than the guys that we couldn't even name. And do you know why that is?
I don't know.
System and management. That's why teams look better. Why? How about this? Why do Tottenham, your team, look miles better than the Manchester United in the game that you just played? Man United players are probably better on paper, but Tottenham are playing Davis, Skip, and Højbjerg, Skip and Højbjerg were in that midfield. Skip and Højbjerg. You think someone who watches the Italian league, who knows a little bit about the Premier League, is going to look at Skip and Højbjerg and go, that's better than Bruno Fernandes and fucking whoever else they were playing, Man United were playing in midfield.
Who else United played in that midfield?
Ericsson and Maynard.
Hold on, listen.
Hey, Jay, are you going to say something ingenuous here?
No, I'm saying like Højbjerg's better than Maino. Like, let's be honest here.
No,
As in, of course he's better than Maino. Like, what are we doing here? This is
What are you defending right now?
I'm talking about a midfielder.
Yeah.
Højbjerg.
No, but I'm saying Højbjerg is a better player than Maino.
No, but Jay, you're missing the point.
Okay, but okay. So did you have a better midfield than Man U the other day, then, Jay? Let's keep it there.
I think United. Bruno's probably the best.
Okay, now,
Jay,
you're doing this Nigerian politician thing. Stop it. Stop it. I know AFCON is on, but stop it.
Listen, Benson, Court, and Højbjerg are better than Eriksen and Maino, in my opinion. Of course they are.
I haven't up yet. One sec. All they're trying to say is it's very simple. They're using the example of the other day to show you Tottenham's midfield on paper isn't that good. Skip,
but United wasn't
into
either.
most teams in the league. Okay,
but United wasn't either.
The fact is, Ange got Skip playing all right in the game and got him to do what he had to do. So he got the most out of him, even though he's a rubbish footballer. So what they're trying to tell you is the other managers are getting better out of the teams like Fiorentina, etc., because they haven't got players like Roma do, but they're managing to get a lot more out of them. And is Roma's ceiling 9th? No. Obviously, they should be doing better. Yes, he got them to 2 finals and he won 1. So that's sick.
Check Ches out, man. Go on.
Football's about progression, isn't it? So
but the point you were making about the midfields is wrong to me, because Bentancur's better than Eriksen.
No, but now you're just going semantics. That's not the point.
But it's not semantics, because you can't talk about the team outplaying another team.
I use the midfield as an example.
Man
United's team on paper.
Yeah, he's dwelling on the wrong thing. That's what it is.
I'm not dwelling on the wrong. My point is quite simple. Like,
hey, Bond,
you guys,
use Bournemouth. Use Bournemouth.
Okay.
I don't see why can't I use Spurs, who have 6 players out, 6 of their
because all our midfields are still good.
Look. The reality is, months. You can't use Spurs because Jay thinks that they're sensational right now. So
no, I don't.
Using them as a comparison.
Any United midfielder.
But okay, Jay. Okay, hold on. The bottom line is what he was trying to show you there was there could be 2 midfields at 2 different teams. One could be performing better than the others, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they have a better midfield in terms of quality than the other team. They're just performing at a better rate.
But I also think that it's both things. You can have the team is set up better, but that other team also has better players as well. Like, as in,
I can't lie. This time last year,
you can have that, but that's not the case here.
Meaty skirmishes. This time last year as well. I remember. Man used Højbjerg, Conte. He used Skip and he used Bentancur. That midfield was run upon. He got ran trains on, bro. We dominated your midfield at our gap. I remember it like it was yesterday. Systems make football. This is a dumb argument, bro. This is so dumb.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Dumb argument.
Yeah, you're better than this.
Hold on. I don't.
Dumb argument. You're taking on paper. None of your midfielders there are overall better than Bruno Fernandes. Let's be honest. But guess what? Reality checks in systems. Bruno Fernandes is washed. Yeah.
Well,
washed.
But is Bentancur better than all the other midfielders though?
Overall, as a footballer, yes, I agree. I think
is Højbjerg better? Is Højbjerg better than Eriksen and Maino?
When Bentancur was in Serie A, he was washed under Juve and all that kind of.
When Bentancur was 19, he was starting and winning championships for Juventus. What are we doing?
Oh my God, it was not hard to win a championship under
Did you
Juventus.
say he was starting and winning championships?
If it was so good, he wouldn't have got sold. The whole point is, what I'm trying to make is, the whole point is paper compared to systems. A whole nother thing. You got a better squad, but if you got a powerful system, so that's the whole argument. So you're arguing for the sake of argument.
I'm saying that yes, there's something to be said about tactics and things, but I also don't think the Roma players are that good. So I think it's a combination.
How do you know that?
But they're better than Bologna players. That's what we're saying. You might not think that, but they're better than Bologna players. They're better than Fiorentina players. That's what we're trying to say. They're not that good.
I can't lie. Yo, I've had enough of this meaty skirmish. You can't talk about it, Jay, because you don't watch Serie A anyways.
Bro, listen, I watch enough about Serie A. You're asking me to recite players. There's a difference, bro. No, I said I don't watch enough of Serie A to be able to name starting 11s. I watch enough to have an opinion about teams.
Jay, that's why the question I actually asked you was from an Italian fan. So an Italian, a Serie A fan's perspective.
Bro, I think go and ask Italian fans if Roma are better than Fiorentina.
Let me finish what I'm saying. I'm saying from an Italian
20 minutes on this segment.
From an Italian fan's perspective of the Premier League, they're going to look at Man United versus Spurs. Yeah, they're going to look at that. They're going to look at both teams. They're going to at least know that Spurs have injuries. They're not going to know every single injury, but they're going to know that Spurs have injuries. Yeah, they're going to know that Man United on paper have more quality than Spurs.
Says who?
But
Says who?
What you're telling? Oh, what your front line's better than
Says who?
typically Man United's front line?
Says
Like,
who?
let's be
Says who?
honest.
Who says you have more quality than us? What are we doing here, man? Who says United have more quality?
No,
than
Jay,
Spurs?
you're actually moving on semantics. Stop this.
No,
Stop
I'm not
this
doing
now.
semantics, bro. Like, it
Oh,
makes
this
me
is so
laugh.
long.
What makes
you're a
Kobe
smart guy.
Mino?
You know what they're trying
Like,
to
what
say.
makes Kobe Mino?
What makes
better?
Wait, hold on. Jay,
What we
do you
doing?
play FIFA? Did you
I
play
do
FIFA?
Occasionally, yeah. Occasionally. I'm a football manager guy.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyways.
See, when Spurs up against Manchester United, which team is usually better?
I mean, like, it's
It's not Tottenham.
well,
Shouldn't have asked him that.
it's not Tottenham, but we'll
We're
take
not
it
we're
like
not
that,
talking
man.
about performances here. We're talking about qualities of individual
have to-
players.
we'll have
That's
to
all we're
agree
doing.
to disagree.
You know what's mad, yeah? You can
Crazy.
use FIFA as a on paper type beat. That's the maddest part, on paper. But it's FIFA. Anyway, this is boring. Anyways, I don't even want to talk about that.
No, hold on.
No, Monts. No, Monts. No. I can't lie. I'm overruling it. I'm overruling it.
Why can't
I'm overruling it. Stop.
Finish points like
Because guess what? It don't matter. This is dumb. Yeah, this is dumb, bro. Like,
It is
honestly, we've talked about Jose Mourinho for nearly 25 minutes, yeah. And what I've got from Jay is that he don't watch Italian football, but yet Roma's squad is dead. Like, the whole point is going back and forward. I mean, you gave.
I didn't say Roma's squad.
Anyway,
Bro, you keep beating me up. Bro, Fiorentina are a better team.
I have to mute you because you can't be trying to talk over me. I can't lie. That can't run. But I'm just trying to say here, yeah, this is meaty skirmishes. The whole point was Mourinho and Newcastle. Yeah, is he going to be moving backwards if he was to go and get that job? Yes or no? It's as simple as that. No.
Is he moving backwards or moving?
He's moving forwards, but Newcastle are moving
Newcastle would be
back.
amazing for him.
Let's be real. Jose's trajectory's been going down for a minute. If he goes Newcastle,
It's
that's
finished.
a step up for him. For Newcastle, that's a step down. Simple.
Yeah,
That's
man.
it.
Back to more meaty skirmishes, though, man. Man United. Let's believe this club is linked to some absolute dusty centre back called Ligt. Let me ask you lot now, yeah.
Hey, world beater.
Let me ask you lot now, yeah. We all support different clubs here, yeah. Does Ligt come in, start for Arsenal? Does he come in and start for Chelsea? Does he come in and start for Liverpool? And does he come in and start for Spurs? Let me know. Anyone, let me know. A guy that's failed at Juve and Bayern.
He starts for Spurs if Van der Ven's injured. That's the
He
only
starts for Spurs. I'm
If
not
Van
putting
der
Van der
Ven's
Ven over
injured.
De Ligt. I'm not putting Van der Ven over De
Wait,
Ligt.
you mentioned
For what?
most of the top six.
What? Are you joking?
Why would I put Van der Ven over De Ligt?
He didn't
10
fail at
games.
Bayern.
Because the
Like
lit
10,
is
11
average,
games,
bro.
12 games. Nah, bro.
De Ligt's
Come on,
not
man.
bad- De Ligt's not a bad player, though,
Are you saying that you take Gabriel over De Ligt?
No,
Yes.
but Ligt's not even left footed. He plays right centre back.
Yes, I will
all I'm
say
saying is,
Why are we
like,
acting like
to me,
De Ligt's a terrible centre back?
That's what I'm trying to say.
No,
De Ligt-
No, but
De Ligt is
why are we acting like he's a quality centre? Because he's not.
a quality centre back.
You got
What do you mean
the
he's not a
same
quality
way, the same way Van der Beek and Ten Hag twanged the whole world that they were ballers. The same way De Ligt did, bro.
Bro, listen.
Same thing.
Listen.
All we've seen about Ten Hag, Van der Beek, and De Ligt is wash since that year that they got to the
Of course,
semi-finals.
of
Have we
Okay,
seen
so-
anything positive from any of those three caps? Tell me.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
okay,
Tuesday Ten Hag won the Carabao Cup, so yeah, he did his thing. So.
Listen, De Ligt.
De Ligt is
yeah.
average. He was overrated baller. He's average. That's why he couldn't
Alright,
make
so-
it at
so
Juventus.
That's a bit harsh.
All Bayern.
It's funny how you attribute.
Didn't he
You
win
don't
the league?
attribute.
Didn't he win the league with anyway? Well, started.
He
Okay.
wasn't the main centre back anywhere that won the league.
I think De Ligt.
Juve lost the league the first season he came there.
It's so funny. Like you guys, I hope I'm intrigued at Arsenal fans when you say everyone's crap. Everyone's crap. Everyone's crap.
Who said everyone's crap? Who said everyone's crap?
I'm listening to what you're saying. So Gabriel,
Quote me where I said everyone's crap.
I'm just like
Where I said everyone's crap.
No,
Quote
all
me
the
there.
players was you said De Ligt is not good. Yeah, you say De Ligt.
No, I didn't. I said he's an average baller. I said he's an average baller. Listen,
it's an average.
Jay.
Okay. So De Ligt is average to you, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's Kiwior?
Yes.
What's
Average
Kiwior?
too.
So
Average.
Kiwior and De Ligt.
He's worse than average. He's worse than average.
Yeah,
Okay, so see what happens when you use the wrong terminology. Now you have to start calling your players shit. So okay, so
I don't mind calling my player shit if he's shit, Jay. Do you know what I'm saying? What's my beef?
shit.
Kiwior shit, bro, until he shows me otherwise. Okay, so you achieved me calling Kiwior shit. Well done, trophy.
So what's Gabriel?
Quality.
He's good.
So Gabriel's
He's
quality,
good,
and De
bro.
Ligt is average.
Yeah.
Gabriel's better than De Ligt.
Yes, bro. That's like what we doing here. I think Gabriel's better than De Ligt.
Cool.
And if
I'm
you know what?
just
Do you know what?
working out. I'm
Do you know
working out
what,
the
Jay?
ranges of what you're saying.
The funny thing is, I know you've not watched De Ligt play 20 games in the last 2 years. How about that?
I've seen De Ligt play some Champions League games, and actually
That's not what I asked you, Jay. But thanks, you've answered my question.
No,
thanks.
bro,
Continue.
listen. My thing is like you're trying to.
How can you judge a player that you don't watch, bro? I don't get it versus the player that you do watch. It don't make sense.
You're judging him as well.
Stop doing this. You're trying to gauge.
No, but I watched him at Juventus. Juventus in my second team. I watched him week in, week out.
I watched Gabriel at Arsenal stink up the joint until you got a competent system. So
if you say an opinion on Gabriel, I can hear that. Versus De Ligt, I can't. You watched him play 20 times the last 2 years.
Bro, listen,
that's the difference.
Okay, so you've not seen Van der Ven.
Why do I need to watch a player to give an opinion on him? Were you about to say that, Jay?
Bro, you've not
I know you weren't
Van der
about to say that.
You've not seen Van der Ven. You've not seen Van der Ven play 20 times, but you have an opinion that he's better than De Ligt. Because Van der Ven hasn't even played 20 games for Tottenham. So what are we doing here?
Well, I have seen him play for us.
No, I'm asking you directly because you just said
from what I've watched De Ligt do over the last 3 years, Van der Ven is performing at a better rate than him.
You specifically said 20 games. Yeah, that's what you that's your level. So you said 20 games. You haven't seen Van der Ven play 20 games. So how can you tell me Van der Ven's better than De Ligt when you haven't seen him play 20 games?
Well, if you're saying I can't, then no problem. I can't. Does that change it? Does that change things?
Months, what
does that change things?
That's fine.
All right, cool. So De Ligt is average, right? Because I agree to your comment. Is De Ligt average now?
Neither.
So what are we doing there? What are we doing there?
No. As in, you can't have an opinion.
Okay. He's so good, but he can't get a first team place in Juve or Bayern Munich.
No, you're not allowed to have an opinion.
But he's so good. No problem.
20 games is your gradient, not mine.
No problem.
What was you saying?
I forgot.
Well, I can say, if before it comes back to you, I can say this shit. Look, he's linked to Man United, and you man are doing up arguments. It's crazy. Look, the whole point is what I'm looking around De Ligt is I'm looking at first team centre back, right centre back. Yeah, I'm looking at the profile of someone like Martinez and what he needs next to him. Right, I say like this: De Ligt is not starting at Arsenal or Chelsea or Tottenham at right centre back, nor because that's his position, right centre back, nor Liverpool over Konate. That's a fact. So why should Man United go and get someone that has not hit the heights since he left Ajax in 2019? The fact is, in 4 years is enough sample size to pretty much see if he's better than the next person. Whether you watch Van der Ven or not, you can't compare him because they don't play left centre back. Did you get what I mean? Van der Ven's in his own entity. They got an athlete who's doing very, very well. And yeah, you might need to judge him upon more time. But the whole point is, De Ligt, other than passing, breaking through the lines, he ain't got the pace. He can't play in the back three.
You don't
clearly,
think he starts for Chelsea, by the way? Did you say?
No, I don't think he does. I really don't believe he does.
Darcy stands for Chelsea. De Ligt starts for Chelsea.
No, I don't think there's much difference. I'll be so honest. Maybe De Ligt is that little bit better, but I don't think there's a major improvement. Right? The fact is, he doesn't start for Chelsea. The whole point is, yeah,
he might.
This is the whole argument around Man United and certain players that they're linked to. He gets paid a bomb. He had hype 4 years ago. He didn't live up to it in a back three at Juve, right? Because that's why they came crashing down in the first place and leaked many, many goals, by the way. And obviously, they've
not won a league since he got there.
He got a Bayern move. He's had 2 different managers, I believe. We thought they were going to play well. They didn't. In a back four this time. In just, you could say, in a more system, probably more suited to that league. And then Kim Min-jae comes in and he still prefers Upamecano. That's the fact. He can't hold down a spot. The thing is, if you can't even get above Upamecano, then you need to have a look at yourself.
No, but Jay rates him, Kaz, so he must be good.
I can't lie. Look, I think his time. I think he's a good player, or maybe just an above average player these days for a top level club. But for what they might ask for and everything, if he's so good, why is Bayern trying to get rid of it? Technically, why is Bayern and him falling out already? And why does he not want to stay there if he can't hold down the place? See, this is
Bayern have Upamecano and Kim as well. Those are good centre backs. All I'm gonna say is like obviously obviously you guys will be like, I've watched De Ligt X amount of times and this and that. I've seen De Ligt a number of times over the last 2 years. He wasn't amazing last season, but I'm not the same person who's gonna be like, you're crap. Like same way that Arsenal fans want to tell me how great Martinelli was, yeah. And now this season he scored 1-2 goals. So is Martinelli of last season an accurate depiction of how good Martinelli is, or is Martinelli of this season an accurate depiction of how good he is? Form is form. ability is
We're
ability.
talking about
And
4 years of Ligt, though, bro. Not
so you're telling me
a
for
year.
4
We're
years,
talking about 4 years
4
of
years,
Ligt.
Delitt's been crap.
He's been
I'll
average. Like I keep saying, I've never said crap, Jay. I said average. I keep use the right words.
Okay,
Since you're so
average,
specific about words, average. He's been average for
you're
4 years. Go and see his stats, bro.
Bro, you say Delict is average.
It's different.
Gabriel is quality.
You just use an example for Martinelli
I'm
last
using the
season and
language
this
you're
season.
using. How can you
I
use
just
language
used
like
4.
average
I said
on Delict?
4 years of average Ligt is what we're judging, not a
Fair
year,
enough.
not bad form for 6 months. We're judging 4 years. Kaz clearly said his sample size has been 4 years. He clearly said it. What are you missing? Are you here with us?
Yeah, but
are you with us, Mr. Man?
Bro, listen. What's
Are
the
you
level
here?
he's being played? Bro, what's the level he's playing at compared to the level that a number of other centre backs that you're comparing with him are playing at? Who's the forwards that he's playing against? Do you see what I mean? Like, let's be fair here. Like, I'm saying, is Delict in his finest form? No, but I think he started the season quite well. Obviously, Tuchel maybe doesn't fancy him over Kim.
He started the season well, but they want to sell him in Jan.
What do you mean? Kim and Jay don't play on his side?
I'm saying Kim Min Jae and Upamecano are the preferred partnership of Tuchel.
No, but he played. Kim Min Jae plays on the left centre back.
No, I wasn't saying.
Didn't Tuchel buy him?
Oh my! The partnership.
No.
The partnership that he prefers is the other partnership. You guys are not. You're not understanding what I'm trying to say. I'm basically saying that you can be a very good centre back, but there can be 2 centre backs above you who are even better. Like, do you remember Chelsea when they had Gallas, but they had Carvalho and Terry starting?
No, but
like,
I think the situation is Ligt is being pushed on rather than he wants to leave to play. That's why Kaz is saying he wouldn't start for our teams because he doesn't think he's good enough.
Both situations, both things. Apparently, apparently, there's a lot of players that fall out with clubs, isn't it? If you're not going to get your starting place in that, and you think you're better than you are, it can cause problems. And you can't hold down a position. If you're a centre back and you think you're top quality, you want to hold down your position. Like the way I look at it, look, it's the perfect example. Mons can talk about this. He's had Matip and Van Dijk for years, for a few years or so. Even when, but Konate's professionalism is above the roof, and he's pretty much the same age as Ligt. He don't moan, but yeah, he's come in sound and is getting his place back. And Matip, Konate is in his best form of his since Leipzig. Yeah, the whole point is he's finding his form after a couple years because Konate only left a few years ago. Let's be honest, and he's been there. He's had injuries and stuff. The Ligt is not the guy. Let's put it like that. He's not the profile. Let me ask you lot now. Yeah, actually, I want to ask Mons. Mons has been quiet. Yeah. Your front line comes up against the Ligt and Martinez. They play a high line. How many goals are you scoring? Say it.
I don't think Delit's the slowest defender in the world, but
is Ligt any better than Varane?
Yeah, I think he'd be a more used to Varane because Varane's fitness record is abysmal. So
ability wise,
I don't want it. Like, ability doesn't matter, but in this conversation, ability doesn't matter because if he's not available, and we're talking about sample size, right? What's Varane's sample size been at Man United? Shit. So worse than what I've seen from Ligt personally. Do you know what I'm saying? Cool, he's putting good performances here and there when he's been fit, but he can't stay fit, and he's playing for a team where clearly he's better than what you got, but not good enough from his sample size, in my opinion. So it's kind of just more of the same. So I understand why you say you wouldn't start because it is kind of more of the same. But I don't think Delit's been as bad as what everyone's saying. I think for Chelsea, he definitely starts. He has a place in most Premier League sides, but not necessarily to start. I think he strengthens most Premier League back lines, maybe apart from City. I think with Arsenal, you look at Gabriel has a year and a half of being a good centre-back. Before that, average, arguably worse than average. I'll probably say shit, but they'll say I have an agenda. So let's just say average, below average. So I agree with Jay when he says Gabriel's sample before the competent system was crap.
Yeah, Jay makes good points, to be fair.
For me, it's more likely that Ligt, you can get a tune out of Ligt in a working system than some of the other centre backs we're seeing right now. I don't think it's as bad as everyone says in it. I'll be real.
That's especially
because of his ability alone and his ability, and he can be coached.
Would you take him at your club?
Yeah,
as a starter.
As a starter, yeah.
Maybe not as a starter because for me,
he'd be better than Romero, Jay.
I think
let Mons finish. You just cut him.
Listen, as I said, if he's being signed to start straight away, then cool, I understand if that's the question. But not every centre-back must be signed to start. You're coming in. Usually when someone is being signed to start, it means one of the current centre-backs aren't good enough. You can still have two competent centre-backs who are good, and you want to provide competition. Hence, Dragusin was signed for Spurs. We don't know how good he can be, but bro, like he's got a similar background with Romero, where coming from the Serie A, very good at what he's been doing. So, you know, they want to bring him in to compete. So there's nothing wrong with bringing someone in. Like, if we're talking about Man United specifically, you don't have good centre-backs beyond your first two. So to bring in De Ligt will infinitely strengthen your defence, whether he starts, whether he doesn't start. I think that's the argument we should be having. Not he doesn't start, so we shouldn't sign him. It's about building the squad and building the system. That's just my opinion.
I think as well, if you look at it, players like De Ligt, the alternative is buying players like your Tadibos, Diomades, your Silvers, and they have a high level of risk that comes with those profiles too. So for everybody saying that because this is one thing I always say to Spurs fans when they say, "Oh, I want this winger, I want that winger." I was like, we don't watch players for oppositions the way we watch players for our team. Like the way we watch players for our team, we psychoanalyze them and we're like, he did this, he did that, he did this. We always look at rival teams with more favorable lenses. And when I look at like a De Ligt, you're basically saying, do you want a De Ligt or do you want a Tadibo? Tadibo has his own risks of buying that kind of player. They'll probably broadly cost a similar amount of money. So then I'll push it back to you, Kaz. Who would you prefer in that instance?
No, see, the way I look at it, De Ligt is too much of a... I think he's everything that Man United don't need. He's got high wages. He's got a high profile, right? And he, as a player, the profile player. And in general, of his playing ability for what Man United need, if we're talking starting centre-back, he's exactly what Man United don't need to partner Martinez. I don't think De Ligt's suited to the Prem. I think he'd get bullied. Let's say that. I don't think he's that strong. I either like it. I don't think he's aerially dominant. I think he's great more with passing and technical abilities. But other than that, I think he's basically a juiced up Lindelof. That's the way I look at him. Look, the way I think it is, I'd rather Tadibo. Low wages, low demand, and, you know, again, low risk. Like someone a bit more of a medium risk that I'd like is Araujo, you know, that guy from Barcelona. Fast, you know, good in the air. Positionally, again, I have questions sometimes with some of these
players. How much
players.
has he been playing centre back though? How much has he been playing centre back versus playing in the full back positions and stuff over the last year and a bit?
But that's why I look at the profile at Tadibo. They're comfortable out wide. I hear what you're saying, Christensen, and then obviously Koundé sometimes plays right back, if not centre back, and then you got Araujo as well. I look at like if you want to play system ball the way he is, who's comfortable down the wings? Because every time Varane gets down the wings, he looks uncomfortable. He don't look like he's comfy in his own ends.
I'll give Gabriel that. He's very good defending channels. That's something that
I look at it like that. The profile needed and the cost needed for what Man United need is beyond the De Ligt. Is beyond the Joachim Anderson that we've been also linked to and all that, or Joachim Anderson. I think it's a waste.
I believe De Ligt he could have been a better player than he is right now. I believe, unfortunately for him, he's a player that believed his own hype too young. I think made the wrong move when he went to Juve at the time. Maybe he should have stayed at Ajax for a couple more years, find his feet a bit, and then push on. I just think there's too many players in the modern era that pick that big move too early with the big wages, and it ruins them. And I believe if he just stayed grounded for a bit, he would have gone on to be that centre back.
And I'll flip back, and I might even be supporting you here, Kunle. I know the people in the comments will be surprised because they think I hate you.
We're Nigers at the end of the day, man. We're together.
So I'm looking at it from the point of view of saying that maybe some of these players weren't as good as we think they are. Like I will give De Ligt the respect. I give him the respect of being I don't want to say failed wonder kid or anything, but I'm going to give him a certain level of respect for playing for the clubs that he plays for and putting in good performances from time to time. But if you look at that Ajax class, the ZX, the Van der Beeks, the De Jongs,
every one of them,
De Ligt,
every one of them.
Apart from Frankie De Jong, and you could even argue that Frankie's not played to the level that you thought he might get to a few years ago. I don't know if I'm still nostalgically being positive on De Ligt. I don't think I am. I think he's better than some of you are saying. But I also, on the flip side, I'm like, we are in a society now, we are in a football era where when you're a player and you've got less mistakes, when you've got less of a track record of having a bad season, do you know what I mean? Like, do you remember Ben Godfrey 2 years ago? Everyone will be like, "Oh, he's such a promising player." Now, if you want to, if you're football Ben Godfrey now,
I hear it. No, I hear it. It's like, what's his name? That Rodwell when he went to City. Rodwell, them days when they hyped him up at some big wonder kid. And I think there's a chance of it happening to potentially, if they're not careful, if he doesn't fix up soon, Enzo Fernandez, bro. Wonder kid had a one great World Cup and 120 million. I'll find it. I thought
I'll let you take this one.
No, but if he doesn't fix up soon, man, he could be given that tag as well, man. I'm not saying he's gonna go that way, but if he doesn't evolve and start putting more,
we're not. No, let's not even get into this because you will die on this hill. But you know what the maddest thing is, just before I wrap it up, is the fact that your pivot costs so much money that one of them has to stand out. Right now, I say Caicedo's been the one that's been performing 7 out of 10s and it goes unnoticed. Enzo ain't. Enzo's still got a lot of questions and we'll see. And to be fair, he's got a chronic injury as well, which is another question. Again, right now, it's a bit it's a bit harsh, but would I say he's looking levels when it comes to against anything? I wouldn't say so. But you know what? He's got time. He's still got enough time. Like, we'll call him what we call him. But he's got enough time to see how you're.
He has got time.
He's got time.
But look what happened with Ligt. We hyped him up, and this is what happened. So let's see.
He joined like a year ago. Let's relax. I'm just gonna say this quickly. People making out like Enzo specifically has played shocking. He does nothing. He offers nothing. Everyone will sit here and say, "Chelsea have no attackers. You have no structure," and then they'll be the first to blame Enzo for that reason.
No, I'm not blaming Enzo. I blame Poch.
There we go then. So let's
and your fan base. Poch and your fan base.
I'm talking to you specifically. Let's slow down. Enzo has, he's gonna get that tag on him. No, he's not. Let's slow down.
I never said he's going to, bruv. You're not listening. You got so flustered about me saying Enzo. I said if he's not careful, the same thing could happen to him. That doesn't mean it's happened already. It's like relax.
I can't lie. Yeah, anyway, there's another conversation maybe for later, but
100%.
I wholeheartedly blame Poch. I don't care. Like, as much as you want to cuss Enzo Kais, I don't believe these players are bad. Poch's system is not that great.
It's just confused,
It's very confused, and it's a bit acoustic that way, isn't it? But anyways, look, people, we're gonna be back later on. Hopefully that we're gonna provide some debates, proper debates and whatnot. And we'll get it going. It feels a bit like an international break. There's not much great football, especially this weekend. You've only got Arsenal and Liverpool.
AFCON is going on. What do you mean? AFCON is happening, Kaz.
You tell me where I'm going to make a stream and we're going to talk about AFCON.
No, I'm just saying you said that there's no important football going on. AFCON's going on.
No, I mean, I'm talking about what we talk about in terms of Premier League.
No problem.
I personally, you might enjoy AFCON. That's good for you. I don't. It's as simple as that. I don't like the football that I watch. Unless it's someone like, I just think the boring is a bit hectic.
What do you mean by that, Kaz?
Exactly. What do you mean by that, Kaz? Have you watched any games this AFCON?
Not really. When I did beforehand,
you've chosen not to.
I've chosen not to because I don't enjoy it.
He'll watch Sweden versus Denmark in the Euros, though, wouldn't he?
You know anyway, he'll watch the Aryan race wars. Oh yeah,
you don't understand your country's players better than me and other players.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Our country?
I don't.
Sorry. I'm fucking around. I'm not
gonna watch that. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't understand it.
Hey, Kaz, just stop. You're fucking with me.
Let me ask you.
Kaz, trust me. Just allow it. We're just fucking with you. We're fucking with you, man.
I don't understand that. Are you not? Let's go. It's moving like that. Yeah, you guys.
We're just fucking around, bro. Allow it. Trust me.
Don't do that because I swear down, if I start putting you in sticky situations about my color, then you will see in it. Let me ask you lot then. Are you not watching the Asia Cup?
I'm here to tell you right now.
Yeah.
We don't care. Let me tell you. We don't care.
No, let's not do that because you're trying to put me in a sticky situation due to what I like. Obviously, this and that. Like, don't do that because I would never put you in a similar situation when you have hundreds of people watching you. So don't do it. I don't appreciate it either. Next time I'll rinse you, man, fam. Don't do that.
Rinse us
'Cause
for
you-
what,
you-
though? 'Cause I don't
Bro,
understand.
I'll get on to you. I'll get on to you, man. No, one
Get
sec,
on
one
to me
sec,
for
yeah.
what?
No, one sec. I
We
need to
could
mute
have
you, man, yeah.
easily.
I'm just gonna say this right now, yeah. Don't do that. Because I don't appreciate it. Because you know how people are like on YouTube, innit? So don't do that. I'm not gonna go watch. Are you not gonna go watch Iraq versus Indonesia and all that? No, you're not. So relax, because I don't know them players. So don't do that ever again. Anyways, I'm gone.